Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Colorado Rockies rebuild franchise here on MLB The Show 24. It's now year 4, opening day. Welcome back to Rockies baseball as we're here from Chase Field, taking on the division rival Arizona Diamondbacks as our Rockies fresh off an NLDS exit as we were outed in 5 games against the arch rival Los Angeles Dodgers, where then we would go on in free agency and kind of exchange stars as Pete Alonso headed there to LA. We got Dustin May, who is set to start game 2 of this season today. Max Fried will take the mound as our opening day starter for the 3rd season in a row, as we signed him in the year 1 offseason. Now, an expiring contract. We do have him on a player option, so he can opt out after this season with $11.6 million on the table. But our Rockies World Series aspirations after reaching the postseason for the first time in this franchise, and not only that, we won a playoff series against the Atlanta Braves. So Luis Robert Jr. projected to be our home run, RBI, and WAR leader, whereas Nolan Jones projected our average OPS and stolen base leader, and we're projected 92 and 70 to finish 2nd in the NL West behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. So we certainly still have some room to make up against them as they add Pete Alonso to that star-studded lineup. They still have a tremendous rotation, although they lost Evan Phillips, who signed a monster contract to go be their closer there in Texas with the Rangers. But for now, we'll focus on this opening day of year 4 as we're really moving along in this franchise, set for at least 5 or 6 seasons before we hang it up, and move on to next year's game whenever that releases. But Ryan Nelson starting here. Arizona 1-1 on the season. They opened against the Giants, I believe it was, in a 2-game set overseas. And Ryan Nelson, 5 starts last year, 3-0 record, so must have gotten the call-up for September call-ups, as Luis Robert Jr. is going to lead it off here, opening day of year 4. Let's win a World Series. First pitch there fouled off, and now it's an 0-1 from Nelson. Robert Jr. able to hold up that time. Tremendous year at the plate for him last season. Over 40 home runs, over 100 RBIs. And that one right down the plate. The circle change fouled off. Now the 1-2. 1-2 misses outside. Now evened up 2-2. And Robert Jr. going to go down on strikes to start his season. Really suffered with strikeouts during the spring training, and we were hoping he could put that in the rearview mirror, kind of start fresh here to start this year 4 season, as that first pitch slider forces Nolan Jones off the plate. Career high 32 home runs for him. Wish that RBI production was a little bit better with that 99 clutch rating, or maybe it went down to 98 at this point. But now a 1-0 count here to Jones, and he'll swing through the high fastball. Now the 1-1. And Jones, the changeup so tempting, but we just could not sit back on it long enough. As now Jones does rope that over the third baseman. I think that was Perdomo leaping up for it, as that goes to the fence. And that's going to be Nolan Jones, a double here with 1 out in the top of the first of this opening day matchup, as he starts off his season with a bang. Double there right over the third baseman, as that goes all the way down to the fence. Now runner in scoring position here for Ryan Mountcastle, as he swings and misses at that fastball. Mountcastle signs a contract coming over from Baltimore. Batted .272 last year, 28 home runs and 84 RBIs. Not a bad backup plan after losing Pete Alonso. 91 clutch rating. And so look at that circle change up and in.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2-1 count now. Fastball missed low. Mountcastle swing and miss there at the slider. The off speed is really getting to us. Nice break there on the slider. Now 2-2. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Really, ducking for that one low in the zone. But a ground out there to short. Now 2 away here in the first. And that will bring up another new Rocky, as Eloy Jimenez will come up to the plate, our new designated hitter, succeeding Anthony Santander, who signed a more expensive contract going there with the Angels. But Eloy Jimenez had a tremendous spring, and we think he'll provide an upgrade in this DH spot at a cheaper option at that. Swings through that 97-mile-per-hour fastball. 39 home runs, 99 RBIs last year, split between Chicago, and he was traded to San Diego earlier in the season. And now the 0-1. And Jimenez is going to smack that to left, but right at the fielder out there, as that will do it in the first. We get a double there from Nolan Jones, as he's stranded on second, as we head to the bottom of the first. Now Perdomo, Jones, Marte for the D-backs. Getting the opening day start, as I said, Max Fried, over 200 innings last season, an astounding 17-4 record. He's been phenomenal since signing with the Rockies back in the year 1 offseason. Now his third season as a member of the team, as I mentioned, does have that player option. But last season, 3-1 strikeout to walk rate. Strikeouts, not the nature of his game, but certainly had good production in that spot. As Geraldo Perdomo batted over 300 last season, and he will lead it off this year for the D-backs. First pitch sinker there, grounded to first, and it kind of takes a strange hop there over the glove of Mountcastle. That is not a good start to his career as a Rocky. A ground out there to short, and then I don't know if they're going to call that an E3 or not. We'll take another look here. Rough bounce there at first, but it seemed like he didn't really field it the best that he could. He kind of, shielded his body away from it. But they do give him the benefit of the doubt and call that a base hit. As we'll check, Perdomo took an aggressive lead there. As now Drew Jones up to the plate. His second season as a full-time member of the Diamondbacks. Really did not hit the ball well as a rookie. I think batted under 200. As that changeup missed low, but not really what he's known for. More known for his glove, his defense, his speed. As that fastball misses just outside, so a nice 2-0 count here for Jones. As he's in the 2-hole to start his second season. Fouls off a fastball, now 2-1. And we'll try the sinker again here. Tough guy to double up, but we'll give it the old college try. That sinker way up in the zone, not where you want it. But we'll take the strike now, 2-2. We'll try a changeup down in the zone, but that one, again, not really where we want it located. I'll try the 12-6 curveball now on 2-2. Haven't seen that yet. That one, tremendous break, as that's going to go for the first strikeout of the year there for Max Fried. Drew Jones chasing a nasty one as he heads back to the bench, and now that'll bring up Ketel Marte, one of the best pure hitters here in the National League. Always gives us fits when we face him. That fastball in there for a strike. Batted .326 last year, .942 OPS, 30 home runs. Definitely set for another All-Star appearance this year, you would think, although over the top there on that low sinker. Now a quick 0-2 hole here for Marte. We'll try and get him with a changeup in the dirt, and he is swinging at that. Perdomo going to head for second, and he will advance. So 2 strikeouts here for Max Fried, both in the dirt, as Perdomo advances to scoring position on the wild pitch there. That brings up Corbin Carroll, batting .375 so far to start his season. Slider there just inside. Last year, 28 home runs, 107 RBIs, one of the best young outfielders in the game. This lefty versus lefty matchup, though, 2-0 count. Now that fastball in. I think we'll go with a slider now on 2-0. And that one just in again, so we're just missing our spots here. Got to give him a fastball here on 3-0. That one is in there for a strike. We'll go back to the fastball here on 3-1. And that one looked at for strike 2, so a full count here. Payoff pitch coming here from Max Fried. Going to go off speed. And that one swung on and missed. 3 strikeouts in the opening inning here for Max Fried. Both teams strand a runner in scoring position. Both 3 strikeouts for Max Fried. Not the best pitch there. Changeup, hung up in there in the zone. But we'll take it. Still scoreless here after 1. Ron McMahon will lead it off for the Rockies. An underwhelming season last year. Now in the final year of a hefty contract. A long-time Colorado Rocky. $15.5 million owed to him now, I think, at 32, 33 years old. But really showed up there in the spring. Hopefully he can carry that over into the regular season in a contract year. First pitch there, swing and a miss at the fastball. Now the 0-1. And again, swinging and missing there at the fastball. And, 2 opportune spots, but too late on both of them. And swinging and a miss at the fastball again. That one down. It was 97 miles per hour the pitch prior. That one down to 93. As Ryan Nelson gets another strikeout here. Looking pretty good early on. Not hitting his best spots, but maybe the second time through the lineup we can start touching these pitches a little bit better. As Brendan Rodgers, a ground ball there, foul. Rodgers underwhelming in the spring, but did pick it up towards the end a little bit. As now he's going to foul off another one. And now 0-2 hole here for Rodgers. Now 2-2 for Rodgers. Fastball and slider miss off the plate. And that one misses down and in, so a good eye here from Rodgers to fight back. Down 0-2 now. Works the count full. Here's the payoff from Nelson. Rodgers again going to foul it off. That's Carroll giving chase. Has all the speed. And he does make the catch there at the wall. Just there at the netting. Could not quite work foul there for Brendan Rodgers. A tough break that time. Corbin Carroll covering tremendous range out there in right field. And a very nice play there up against the netting there. Greeting the fans. And recording the out. Now 2 away here in the second. Here's Danny Jansen. Another guy here in a contract year. And I've mentioned it a lot. We're going to try and make a run at Adley Rutschman here. This looming off season, we're going to have all the money to work with in order to make that happen. So Jason has been a very good 3-year stopgap for us at catcher, but going to try and make a splash at that spot in the offseason, as now another 0-2 count. That slider swung on and missed. You know, a lot of swing and misses here early on, but I am a little rusty. It's been a little bit since I've played the game, and so late on the changeup. Not sure what we were doing that time, but a 1-2-3 inning here from Ryan Nelson. A couple strikeouts, and now the D-backs up to bat here, bottom of the second. Leading it off will be Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Only 13 home runs last year, but the RBI production good at 72. But maybe, you know, entering the final years of his prime, going to start regressing at this point as that slider gets in there for a strike. 10-year career so far with Toronto and Arizona. As now we'll give him the 0-1 sinker. And that one bounces in the dirt. Now go fastball on 1-1. And that one going to be blooped out into right field. Nolan Jones working in on it. And he will get there to make the play. 1 out here in the second. Edward Olivares now up. OPS at 797, does work the count. We'll get on base with some walks. I forget where he came over from, but it is his first season here with the Diamondbacks. As that sinker gets in there for a strike, then we'll go right back to it here on 0-1. And I saw at the bottom Aaron Judge and Bryce Harper, 2 players here this season who are closing in on 400 home runs. Now an 0-2 count here to Olivares. We'll just try and get him a chase here on that nasty curveball. Max Fried showcased there in the first inning, and he does chase. And make it now 4 strikeouts for Max Fried. I think 3 of them have gone in the dirt, if not all 4 of them. And it's 2 up, 2 down here to start the second. And we'll take a look at the stat cast here. Pitch sequence. We went sinker, sinker. And then we went with that nasty curveball that just drops. The bottom drops out of it. And I'm glad we're not facing that here today. And at the bottom, Rockies open season leading MLB with 13 top 100 prospects and a top rated farm system. What is that, $357 million valuation. They've done a tremendous job here building the farm system, and it's good to see that showing on paper. There's now a ground ball there from Moreno. Going at the first pitch as Tovar, a strong throw there on the move to first. As 3 up, 3 down here in the second. This game kind of coasting along here, still scoreless heading into the third. Leading it off will be Gavin Lux, a solid year last year with the Dodgers as he now signs a contract to come over to Colorado, like I mentioned. We swapped a bunch of players. We got Dustin May, Gavin Lux, and Bruce Gratterall from the Dodgers. As that first pitch fastball inside for ball 1. And the Dodgers get Pete Alonso, Scott Barlow, and TJ Antone from the Rockies. And an ugly swing at that time from Gavin Lux. Had a very good spring training. Signed a 3-year deal to come over here to the Rockies. And then a swing and a miss at the fastball. We originally wanted Yanquiel Fernandez to be the starter in left field here on opening day, but Lux really just earned it. Now 1-2. A nasty cutter that time. I don't think we've seen the cutter, as both pitchers here on opening day racking up the strikeouts. I think that's now 4 for Nelson, 5 so far for Max Fried. Good pitch sequence that time. Fastball, circle change fastball. And you drop it down there with the cutter. Some nasty movement that time, some good velocity. As now Ezequiel Tovar up, the number 9 hitter for Colorado. As another cutter that time, although we do get the call. Certainly looked like it was a strike, but called ball. As the projected OPS leaders there at the bottom, Yordan Alvarez, Rutschman, and Ronald Acuna Jr. And now on 1-0, Tovar going to send that foul. Now a 2-1 count. And Tovar going to slap that to left field. And again, right there to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. records the second out of the inning. And both of these pitchers kind of on cruise control at this point. As the lineup turns over, here's Luis Robert Jr. trying to rewrite that strikeout. Went down on 5 pitches, his first time up of the season. And that time looking at ball 1, changeup off. Robert Jr. in a contract here, probably going to want, upwards of $30 million. And we'll see what we're working with. As I said, want to make a run at Adley Rutschman. So I don't know how much we're going to be able to commit to Robert. And a strike there, chasing the low changeup. In between commentary, I get so unfocused sometimes. Now the 1-2. And that one does miss high and away. But that's certainly no excuse here now. 2-2. As Robert Jr. going to connect with that one. And that one is not coming back. He chucks the bat. And that one's out there deep. As Robert homers for the first time this season. going to try and make a statement, if not last season, hitting 40 home runs, over 100 RBIs, with his change of scenery as we traded for him from Chicago. And now he starts opening day off with a bang, batting in the leadoff spot. That's really a spot we've struggled to identify throughout the course of this franchise so far. We really haven't had a traditional leadoff hitter, so we kind of, went from Robert Jr., Brendan Rodgers at times, Nolan Jones at times, but Robert Jr., when he's on, he is certainly on as he gets on the board with the solo shot, and the Rockies on the board for the first time here in year 4, as that brings up Nolan Jones, doubled in his first at-bat of the season. As first pitch swinging there, as he'll send the fastball out there to center, and that will be out number 3 as Drew Jones collects that. But Rockies on the board for the first time. Luis Robert Jr., the round tripper. Rockies up 1-0 heading into the bottom of the 3rd. Leading it off will be Bobby Dahlbeck, 22 home runs last season, hits lefties tremendously well, and that's pretty much why he's out there. Good glove at 3rd. As that first pitch changeup misses. Now the 1-0 to Dahlbeck, changeup miss low, we'll go fastball. Try him inside. And that one looked at for strike 1. Max Fried having a very good day so far. Hopefully he can keep it going. Now the 1-1 will try a changeup down and away. Very good location that time, but Dahlbeck not offering. As it's now ball 2, 2-1. Try a slider. And that one going to be sent softly out to center field. Robert Jr. underneath. Makes the play. 1 away here in the 3rd. Now here's Davison De Los Santos. Batted .225 in limited time last season. Gets the opening day nod this year. Sinker just misses. De Los Santos, 23 years old. Just over 100 bats last year, his rookie season. Well, his first season. I'm not sure if he's still, technically considered a rookie or not at this point. I would think he is. As it's now 1-1. Give him the changeup that misses low. But either way, good on him to earn that opening day spot in the lineup, starting at 3rd base here for the Diamondbacks. As that fastball fouled off, now the 2-2, we're going to bring out that curveball again. And that one swung on and missed. Max Fried, just nasty work with that 12-6 as that throw away from Mountcastle. As that's going to go for the E2 there from Danny Jansen. He's had to throw a ton of those over to first base today. I think that's maybe the 4th strikeout in the dirt where he's had to, throw it over to first. But that time that allows the runner to get on here with 1 away. Let's try and get a ground ball. As they do steal, I wasn't even ready for that. Wow, I was not paying attention. As De Los Santos strikes out but gets the stolen base, he's now on 2nd. Tying run in scoring position. Now the 0-1 fouled off. And we're not going to go to the curveball quite yet. We'll try the changeup first. That one swung on and missed from Perdomo. Max Fried absolutely terrorizing these hitters. Now make it 6 strikeouts. 2 away here in the 3rd. And now Drew Jones back to bat. I said earlier he batted under 200, but he actually batted .235. So correction there. A hard ground ball there to short though. You got to throw it quick with that 96 speed, and we get to out there that time. As again the Diamondbacks strand a runner in scoring position. Rockies still up 1-0. Heart of the order due up. Ryan Mountcastle now not the strongest day in the field for him. Although no errors to show. Jansen, of course, had that error, but Mountcastle, a tough ball there in the 1st inning. Also grounded out to short as he looks at that changeup inside for ball 1. 1-1 count now. Fastball fouled off. As Mountcastle going to send that to deep left. Is that going to get out of here? And that is going to get out of here. Another solo shot here for the Rockies. Ryan Mountcastle joining in on the phone. That one 364 as his first hit as a Rocky goes deep. So his first home run of the season now in his 2nd at-bat. Rewrites that ground ball to shortstop earlier on that bad pitch that he chased in the dirt. As he goes yard in his Rockies debut. Hopefully Eloy Jimenez behind him can follow suit, but that doubles the lead here for Colorado. Just rips that to left, and that's how you draw it up there. And now the Rockies up 2-0, 78% win expectancy now in the top of the 4th. No outs as Eloy Jimenez looks at ball 1. Jimenez a line out to left in his first at-bat. As this time a ground ball there to short, fielded by Perdomo, fires to first, and now 1 away in the 4th. Ryan McMahon now up. At least we're kind of cutting down the strikeouts a little bit as we've gone on. But now that I say that, we'll see what happens. First pitch here to McMahon as he just pops that up to 3rd. And that'll now bring up Brendan Rodgers. Flied out in the second. First pitch from Nelson, and he'll send that foul. 0-2 count now to Rogers. Swung and missed at a fastball. And then that nasty cutter again got his chase, and Rogers goes down after strike 3. But Ryan Mountcastle, a home run in the inning, doubles our lead, and we now have 2 solo shots on the day. 2-0 heading into the bottom of the 4th. To tell Marte to lead it off, and if there's anyone in the lineup who can spark him, he is the guy leading it off here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch sinker misses low for ball 1. We'll now try to fastball. Max Fried in complete control at this point as kind of serves up a fastball down the middle, but Marte just fouls it off. Now the 1-1 will go changeup. And that one again kind of right down the middle, but fouled off by Marte. And now here with 2 strikes. I think we just got to go to the curveball. All reliable. And that one does get contact there softly to second. Rogers does get the throw to first. 1 away here in the 4th. That brings up Corbin Carroll now. Very good season last year. Manager tips say they're going for the drag bunt. I don't know if you want to waste, your best hitter on a drag bunt. And he'll send that very deep out to center. Luis Robert Jr. lining it up there off the wall. It does go over him off the bounce. As Corbin Carroll going around second, already at third, now going to head for home. He's going for the inside the Parker here on opening day, but he wasn't even halfway down the third baseline before he got thrown out there. That went off the deepest part of the park. Dead center, crushed it. But the throw is already there in time. I get him wanting to make a big play there with that 99 speed, but you got to know when to harness it. Too aggressive there. Could be on third here with 1 out. The tying run could be at the plate as Gurriel Jr. looks at strike 1. I wonder if that's something he's saying about the batters behind him. I wonder if he's saying he doesn't really trust the guys behind him to drive him in. Another one when the Diamondbacks could stand to improve the lineup. As really just Marte and Carroll at this point, guys that you would consider maybe like star level players. Gurriel Jr. solid in his own right, but you want a little more star power with those guys. So Mountcastle going to field that one now. 3 outs here in the 4th. 2-0 Rockies still. Corbin Carroll trying to stretch it a little too far there, although he will get the triple. Still 2-0 now heading into the 5th. Bottom of the order due up here for the Rockies. Bringing up Danny Jansen, struck out his first at-bat on that changeup. As I said, he in a contract year this season. Swing and a miss at the cutter. Now an 0-2 to Jansen. And that one just barely outside. We'll say good eye on that one, although you probably want to protect on 1-2. And although that fastball way off the plate, that one a little bit easier to decipher as the count now evened up 2-2. And Jansen swinging a miss, making now 0 for 2 with 2 Ks as Ryan Nelson gets back in the K column. 6 now for him as we're 1 out here into the 5th inning, bringing back Gavin Lux, who is a strikeout victim in his first at-bat. All those pitches out of the zone, though. As that one, a soft ground ball, kind of rolled over that one to first. Dahlbeck throw to first as Lux almost beat that out. He's a guy who's going to play very hard, hustle, and that's kind of what we want on this team. Someone who's mostly going to be off the bench, I guess. Not mostly off the bench, but he's going to work in and out of the lineup. As that brings up Tovar now. That fastball way up there, but with Lux, we like what he provides versatility-wise. We needed a lefty bat. We need someone with speed, and he brings energy as well as that one inside. So now 2-0 to Tovar. Now make it 2-2. And Tovar swinging and miss. A lot of strikeouts in this game for each side. But that's kind of the nature in some of these baseball games that you play. Only 5 hits combined. More strikeouts than hits. 2-0 heading into the bottom of the 5th. Leading it off, Edward Olivares. Strikeout victim back in the 2nd. We've been really starting, most of these hitters with sinkers. So I think we'll just follow suit this time as he fouls that off. The 0-1 here to Olivares. And he's going to hammer that one foul. I feel like the curveball maybe a little too predictable at this point. We'll try and get him to chase a high fastball. And he does. Swing and a miss there from Olivares. Both pitchers here racking up the Ks. This one, number 7 for Max Fried, as he sets down the first man he faces here in the 5th. Which now brings up Gabriel Moreno. Swung at a first pitch last time, grounded out to short, I believe it was. We'll start him with a changeup as he looks at that for strike 1. Gabriel Moreno now 4 straight gold gloves at catcher. By the time he's done, might be up there in the conversation with Yadier Molina, among the best fielding catchers of all time. Fastball missed high. We'll go back to the sinker here on 1-1. 50 pitches now into this one for Max Fried, make it 51 as that sinker misses. Now try a fastball. As Moreno going to pop that to right. Another one here for Jones, has to run in on it, and he makes the play. Now 2 out in the 5th as Bobby Dahlbeck back up to the plate. I think he homered twice against us. Maybe that was the year 2 opening day or year 3 opening day. I think it was last opening day, actually, where Bobby Dahlbeck took us deep twice. So I think back-to-back years opening against the Diamondbacks, if I'm not mistaken. As now the 0-1 slider not offered at. Ugly pitch there, Dahlbeck able to hold up. Now we'll go fastball here on 1-1-2 away in the 5th. Still 2-0 Rockies. Dahlbeck going to foul that off. Nolan Jones giving chase. Don't think he's going to get there as that one falls foul. Now 2-2. Let's go back to the curve. I'm sorry, 1-2. Let's go back to the curveball here. And Dahlbeck not offering. Good restraint. We'll try to change up in a similar location as he fouls that one off. Still alive. And I think we'll raise it. Go back velocity with the fastball up and in. As that one fouled off. Dahlbeck staying alive here. And we're going to go back to the hook. Bring the curveball here on 2-2. As that one hung way up in the zone, Dahlbeck fouls it off. And I think we'll try the slider right up on Dahlbeck. Go front door here. And he fouls it off again. So I think that's 4 straight foul balls. Now 2-2, we'll try to change up again. Down. And he's going to ground that one to second as Max Fried is going to win the battle. A very good one that time between he and Dahlbeck still. 2-0 Rockies after 5 innings. More than halfway through this one. Robert Jr., of course, kicked off the scoring here with that solo shot back in the 3rd. See what he does this time. Ryan Nelson still out there, 62 pitches. As he gets the first pitch, swing and a miss there on Robert Jr. Double barrel action here. Blake Walston and Ciccone in for the Diamondbacks, righty and a lefty. Now the 0-1 to Robert Jr. And he'll foul off the changeup. Now a 2-2 count evened up by Robert Jr. And swing and a miss, his second strikeout of the day. But if he's going to give you a home run, I think he'll withstand a couple strikeouts. It's now 8 for Ryan Nelson. Probably not what he expected coming into this one. A lot of swing and misses here from our Rockies. Still have to get calibrated in this new season. Like I said earlier, also took a long break from this game, so it's been quite a while. Certainly a little bit rusty as that fastball misses ball 1. Now 1-0. Fastball missed up and off. So now 2-0 as Jones swings at that one and sends it foul. Thought we were going to get a better piece of that one. And now Jones going to ground that up the middle for his second base hit of the day. Make it now halfway to the cycle. Started with a double, now a single. As the Rockies have a man on first with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. As that brings up Ryan Mountcastle, homered in his last at-bat. Ryan Nelson now at 71 pitches. And that's going to be a ground ball there. Double play ball, Perdomo to second. Although Mountcastle will beat it out there at first. A tough ground ball there. Just rolled over it. Probably the worst pitch selection you could have in that spot. Got way over it. But we do avoid the double play. Now here's Eloy Jimenez. And so look at that first pitch cutter in for a strike. That cutter has nasty movement here from Nelson. Now the 0-1. And Jimenez will foul it back. Now the 0-2 here. Strike 3. Not sure what we're swinging at there, but we're just committing to pretty much every pitch now. As Ryan Nelson, another strikeout. I think make it 9 now. As it's still 2-0 here. Number 9, 1-2 hitters coming up for the Diamondbacks. De Los Santos, Perdomo, and Drew Jones. De Los Santos struck out but reached on an error and then stole second for one of the first stolen bases in his career. Max Fried still out there cruising here. Diamondbacks still scoreless. He gets that sinker in there for a strike. As we're here on the bottom of the 6th, 2027 opening day here from Chase Field. That fastball misses, and it's now the 1-1. That one swung on, fouled off. As another 2-strike count here for Fried. We'll go back to the curveball. The devastating left hook as that one off the plate. Now on 2-2, we'll just go to the fastball, give that one a shot. As that swung on and missed by De Los Santos, he goes back. His second strikeout. This time he's not going to reach first, though. He's going to go back to the bench as Max Fried, his 8th strikeout now. First recorded here in the bottom of the 6th now. Geraldo Perdomo back up as the lineup turns over for Arizona. Sinker misses low. Now the 1-0 go fastball. Swung on and missed. Now the 1-1 Perdomo, one of only 2 Arizona hitters with a hit so far in this game. The 1-1, and that's going to be sent out to center, right to Robert Jr. And still settle underneath, makes the out. And now 2 away here in the 6th. Drew Jones back up there, only 2 home runs, 21 RBIs last year in his rookie campaign. Trying to bolster not just the power numbers, but the overall hitting numbers. But more so, you want him just getting on base, getting to use that speed. As you do have a lot of speed there between Jones and Carroll at the top of the lineup. And Drew Jones doing exactly what you want, looking at balls early on in the strike, working the count. And it's now 2-0. He's going to just chop that one foul. Mountcastle sitting over there. Can he make the play? And he does. Some smooth leather work there from Ryan Mountcastle. Has the home run. And now a nice play there with the leather as he reaches into the bench and steals the out. And now we're through 6 here in Arizona. They'll bring on Slade Ciccone here. Hopefully I said that right. Just a 3rd inning pitch so far, but allowing 1,000 batting average to opposing hitters with that ERA at 81. So it was not a pleasant debut, and hopefully we could take advantage like the Giants did. Probably on, I guess that was opening day, as McMahon does foul off that sinker. And I mean opening day for them. Like I said, they had a series earlier, a 2-game set opened overseas. As McMahon swinging a miss there at the sinker. Now an 0-2, that one off. Now the 1-2. Ciccone probably just going to keep striking us out like Nelson was. Although McMahon going to give that a nice ride out to left. Guerrero Jr. giving chase to the track. As he will catch up to that one. Thought it might carry a little bit further than I was expecting. Maybe out of the ballpark, but Guerrero Jr. able to catch up to that one. As that now brings up Brendan Rodgers 0 for 2, a strikeout, a flyout. See if he can get into the hit column here. And he's going to first pitch swing there. Diving stop there by De Los Santos from his booty. And he gets to throw over to first. A strong play there by De Los Santos at the hot corner, robbing Rodgers of his first hit of the season. Making the play there from his bottom. What arm strength. What, reaction time there. It looks like the D-backs have a solid glove there at third base. First pitch slider there, swung on and missed by Jansen. Already 2 strikeouts on the day. You don't want to go down for number 3 right here, as that one misses high and in. Now the 1-1 to Jansen. And that one going to be sent out to center. Drew Jones underneath. Got under that curveball. Really could have sent that one out maybe if we got a better piece of it. But Drew Jones gets that one now. It's time to stretch here in Arizona. Maybe a little bit of a boring game if you're not a fan of pitching. But the Rockies 2-0 here. We have 2 home runs at least. But, get your stretches in. Heart of the order coming up for Arizona. Here's Ketel Marte 0 for 2, strikeout, ground out. Max Fried at just 72 pitches now, working into the 7th inning. 2-0 lead for Colorado. Sinker misses low. Now the 1-0 here to Ketel Marte. Looked at for strike 1. Still 95 miles per hour for Fried. We'll go back to that fastball down and in. And that one barely offered at by Marte, but they're going to call it a strike regardless. And now Fried in the driver's seat here. 1-2 will try the curveball. And Marte not offering this time, so I think we'll go back to the fastball. We've been getting good looks on that one so far. 2-2 here. And that one going to be sent out to left center. Gavin Lux, he's been dormant out there all day, but this time makes the play on that first out here in the 7th. Max Fried still cruising here, although here's Corbin Carroll. Just one of 2 hits so far against Fried off the wall out there in center. Absolutely mashed it, but tried to finish there with the inside the Parker. Could not quite get it all time though. 4 for 6 against Fried is Corbin Carroll, up 1-0 here in this count. As now evened up, sinker gets in there for a strike. Just go fastball down here on 1-1. Ground ball is not the worst case situation here. Ground ball there to second. Rogers Fields quick throw to first, and Corbin Carroll retired again here. As 2 outs in the 7th, that brings up Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Fried now up to 80 pitches. 2 outs in the 7th. We'll just attack here with the fastball right down the plate for strike 1. Gurriel Jr. hitless against Max Fried in his career. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it. As that fastball way in there, and that one made them look silly. Max Fried pitch count, been able to harness that all game, even with all the strikeouts. Now here 0-2 will go change up down and away. Gurriel Jr. not offering. Now we'll try the curveball as Fried is now getting tired at 83 pitches, now 84. And that curveball not even close. I'll try another fastball here, 2-2. And Grillo Jr. goes down on strikes. Now 7 innings. Max Fried has had flawless results. Just those 2 hits allowed to show for it. Rockies might need to get a little more run support, though. He is getting a little bit tired. Might have to turn to the bullpen. But we'll certainly take his performance to this point now. Gavin Lux up still 0 for 2 here in his Rockies debut. First pitch here from Ciccone. And Lux right up the middle, as it is going to be stopped there at second. But Lux beats that out easy. As I mentioned, high energy player. And he's going to beat that out every time. If you can get it deep in the hole, force a tough play there on the infielder, you know, having to work away from their body, make a tough throw, and he'll reach base every time there. Gavin Lux, his first hit as a Rocky, as the leadoff man is on here to start the top of the 8th. And now Tovar swinging a miss there at the slider. Down offensive season, but all things considered, you know, 23, 24 years old, and he brings Gold Glove caliber play at short. Really, everything he provides offensively is really just a bonus, as he's opening in the 9-hole today. And that time swinging and miss a slider there, caught us, fooled us. Now an 0-2 count to Tovar, and he will ground that to second. Double play ball here for the D-backs as they go 4-6-3, and Tovar retired for the 3rd time, this time 2 for 1. And Ciccone, a good job here out of the bullpen. Soft ground ball there to second, nice flip, nice bare hand, a fire rocket there to first. And now 2 out here in the Rockies half of the 8th, and now we'll get a flashback there to the 3rd inning. The first of only 2 runs of this game. Robert Jr. took Nelson deep and got the Rockies started. Now 2-0 here, top of the 8th. We could certainly use a little more insurance, as that first pitch slider up there for ball 1. Full count now for Luis Robert Jr. Here's the payoff pitch, and that's grounded into right field for a base hit. First baseman there diving for it, Bobby Dahlbeck, but could not quite come up with it. So the 2-out base knock for Robert Jr. extends the inning, and that'll bring up Nolan Jones 2 for 3, a double and a single in this game. Let's see if he can make it hit number 3, as that curveball way down. Now a 2-2 count here to Nolan Jones, 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Robert on first. And looking at that changeup, we could have done damage on that one, but we got locked up for whatever reason, as Ciccone gets out of the inning, heading into the bottom of the 8th now, still 2-0 Rockies. Leading it off will be Edward Olivares, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. We are going to leave Max Fried out there for at least a couple more hitters. See if he can get out of this one, extend it into the 9th, as that changeup swung on, fouled off, and it's now an 0-1 count. Go to the fastball, and that's going to be sent foul. Now a quick 0-2 count here again for Max Fried. We'll try the curveball on 0-2. Olivares already 2 strikeouts, and make it number 3. Max Fried still dialing it up and still sending them back to the bench. Make it strikeout number 10 now. 1 out here in the 8th. And we'll take another look at that nasty hook. And I don't know what you're supposed to do with that one, especially when you're seeing fastballs before that. And now here's Gabriel Moreno. Max Fried up to 88 pitches now here, 1 out in the 8th. Sinker misses low, ball 1. 1-0 fastball swung on and missed. And now make it 1-1. We'll try the changeup now, as that one does get in there for strike 2. So a 1-2 count. And, you know, just go back to that curveball, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Moreno almost offered at that, but was able to restrain himself. And now 2-2 will go changeup. And that one swung on and missed in the dirt. And now make it 11 strikeouts for Fried. Jansen does make the throw this time. Now 2 away in the 8th. See if Max Fried can record this last out here in the 8th. Bobby Dahlbeck up, also 0 for 2, like most in this lineup. A soft one there to third. McMahon kind of slowly fields it, jump throw, and that does get Dahlbeck. Decent speed there from the Arizona first baseman, but now make it 8 innings without a run so far for the Diamondbacks. McMahon, a tremendous play there beyond the line. Great throw there to get Dahlbeck at first as we head into the 9th inning. Ryan Mountcastle back up 1 for 3 as that home run, as he swings and misses at that first pitch curveball. Ciccone still out there for Arizona. Ciccone. That's got to be one of those, as Mountcastle, a hard rip there, foul. 0-2 count here to Mountcastle. And so he's staying alive, fouls off the changeup. Another 1-2 here to Mountcastle. And so swing at another bad pitch there with 2 strikes. Sinker there, just sent there to second. 1 up, 1 down here in the 9th. Now here's Eloy Jimenez, 0 for 3 so far in his Rockies debut. Would be nice to get into the hit column here in his what would most likely be his final at-bat. As he'll swing and miss at that slider. Now the 0-1. And Jimenez going to send that into the gap there, as he will get into the hit column. And he will get onto second base, as he's going to get on into scoring position here with one away, as the Rockies seek some insurance. And we will go to the bench here. We'll bring on a pinch runner for Eloy Jimenez. And Michael Toglia at 70 speed, our fastest guy on the bench. Typically it's going to be Gavin Lux, but with him in the lineup today, Toglia our second best option. As now here's Ryan McMahon, a poor swing on that slider. Bad pitch selection there on 0-0. And it's now an 0-1 count here. McMahon with that 61 clutch rating, which does diminish his high 70 contact versus righty. But 61 clutch still not bad, as he fouls off the sinker. Now the 1-2 here to McMahon, as he'll send that hard shot to left, but right at Gurriel Jr. As he'll catch that in stride. Throw offline there to third. Probably could have tagged up, but didn't want to risk it too much. He was still had good depth in that spot, but that will bring up Brendan Rodgers now 2 away here in the 9th. Runner in scoring position, as Rodgers will send that to right, and Corbin Carroll will come on and record the final out here in the 9th. So 2-0 here heading into the bottom of the 9th on opening day here in year 4. Max Fried going to try and get the final 3 here, as De Los Santos will lead it off here in the bottom of the 9th. We do have closer Ken Hughes up and ready in the bullpen. If Fried is unable to finish this one out, a blooper there to right, and that goes just foul. Now 2-1 will go back to the fastball here. Just got to attack the number 9 hitter in this spot, as that one was fouled off. And I apologize for my voice kind of breaking out towards the end of this episode. I have like an uncontrollable cough at this point, as that one fouled off 2-2. But the show must go on. You got to endure the impediments. Now 2-2 go back to the curveball, as De Los Santos ground ball there to Tovar. Throw to first, 1 away here in the 9th. Lineup turns over again here for the D-backs. Max Fried now at 100 pitches even. 2 outs away from completing this one. Start Perdomo with a fastball, as he'll ground it to second. And now 2 away here in the 9th. Max Fried and the Rockies 1 out away from an opening day victory. Drew Jones now the last hope for Arizona, 0 for 3 so far. First pitch fastball got in for a strike. Now the 0-1 here. Go back to the fastball. Drew Jones going to send that to second and right to Brendan Rodgers, as Max Fried here on opening day finishes with a complete game shutout. Kevin Cash in his managerial debut here with the Rockies gets the win, as Colorado wins 2-0. Not the best offensive showing, but that's not always what you need. Sometimes you just need pitching and defense, and that's exactly what they got here today. More so in the matter of pitching, as Max Fried, 11 strikeouts, the complete game shutout, just 2 base runners allowed all game. I guess 3 if you count that one, who reached on an error. Luis Robert Jr., a home run, along with Ryan Mountcastle. Nolan Jones, 2 hits, a double, and a single. As like I said, we do win here on opening day. A good start to this year 4 season, although you would have liked to see a little more consistency at the plate. But overall, not a bad showing despite all the strikeouts. We did work some at-bats later on in the game, and I think we'll get that together as we go along. So Max Fried 1-0 on this year 4 season. Ryan Nelson 0-1. But this is where I'm going to leave you folks. Thank you so much for watching. I know I was kind of struggling there towards the end with this cough that I've been enduring, but like I said, you got to endure the impediments. You got to go on with the show, as our Rockies finish with the opening day win. Now 1-0 here on this year 4 season. And looking at the box score, as we said, Nolan Jones, Jimenez with doubles, Mountcastle, Robert Jr. with home runs, and Max Fried 9 innings, only 2 hits allowed, 11 strikeouts, and he is undoubtedly the player of the game. But as always, everybody, it's been real, and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.